For residents and new attendings that are looking to find a job and, their future home and their future career path, how do you become a locums ER doctor? And what are like the first steps you took when you were looking for this job?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the process is actually easy, but it seems very, very daunting at first, though. The reason for that is because, as lifelong students, we're not used to going out on our own. We're used to a blueprint that we've had ever since we graduated residency. But now we're out in the open market. The first steps that I took, I actually spoke with a few of my seniors who had been doing it, a few of my attendings who had done it in the past, just to get their input. And from what I heard from most of them is that overall it was a positive experience. So that's the first step I would say. Then after that, it's about putting yourself out there, researching different companies in the area, in the country, and determining what best fits for you. um, there are a couple of things that you should also keep in mind too. If you did decide to do locums, you should have a solid core team around you. You should always have a lawyer to review all your contracts. You should be linked with a CPA, to help you financially moving forward and to protect yourself.
Cool. So you mentioned that there are so many different companies. When you were doing your research on what best company to work with, did you feel like they were all the same, they were all different, and what made one stand out more than another?
Yeah, so I can't speak for all of them, but at least for the ones that I had researched, for me, the biggest thing is word of mouth and history, um, and reputation of these companies. There are horror stories out there, where you have companies going bankrupt, and then subsequently, the doctors are not being paid, and which also can turn into you losing coverage for like malpractice coverage. So, word of mouth and history are super, super important. For the most part, I would say all of them offer generally the same thing. For the most part, they will all cover your malpractice if you ask for it. They'll cover your travel expenses. Um, so,
Cool.
but you should just always keep an open mind.
Okay.